And yes, it does feel like white boy summer. That's just boots on the ground facts. I don't know what to tell any of you guys. Okay. And yes, I missed yesterday. So I'm glad you all missed me. Okay. Good to see you, Kokomo. Good to see you, Big Soda. Good to see you, Food Toy. Good to see you, K2 with another super chat. Keep your wildfire smoke out of my state. Yeah, that has been happening. I didn't personally set the fires, but I will accept full responsibility for those fires. Is that everybody? Good to see you, Brandon. And yeah, I think that's all of you. And now I will let two perspicacious individuals that found the link so fast to join. Good to see you, Jacob. Good to see you, Big Soda. Good to see you, Emmett. It's fun, Jacob. Me and Big Soda were just talking about you in DMs, which, unless you have like Mossad access, which you might, I don't know. Pegasus is like pretty special, but we were actually just mentioning you, not talking shit. I was just like mentioning you as like my token Jewish friend that knows Hebrew. That was the context of that.
Not your token Persian friend who knows Farsi.
No. We were talking about the Tetragrammaton. Okay, so I was like, even Jacob would say X because you're the only person I think I know that knows Hebrew. So that's why you came up.
He's the only person that I know.
Okay.
Yeah, all good things, all positive things. To be clear, it's the Blue Jays. It's the Blue Jays. It's the Blue Jays. It's absolutely not. We welcome Jacob. We love Jacob. We love Jacob. Actually, Jacob, wait, can we do a little side quest briefly? Briefly, Jacob. Will you allow it?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. So okay. Big Soda, do you want to actually explain this?
Yeah.
Are you down to explain this?
Yeah, I'm down. So when we're looking, like, I guess Confluence called it something different, but do you understand the term Paleo Hebrew?
Yes.
Okay. So
that's
I had
the
brought
original Hebrew alphabet. It's not the one we use now.
It's like I don't know if you'd call them scripts or more symbols.
Yeah, people would call it the Phoenician alphabet. The fact is that after the exile, the Jews started using what's called this Aramaic square script, and that's what people are used to. It's in Hebrew, it's actually called Ashurit, Assyrian script. But like the actual Hebrew was a different alphabet than what we use now.
Okay.
I knew all that, but thanks for everybody in chat who didn't know what that was. Thanks for explaining it for them. But I knew it already.
Honestly, like there's people who make a huge deal about it. It's like
so
slightly different font. It's not that big of a big deal. It's the same letters, but people do make a huge deal out of it.
Yeah. Well, I had gone down this side quest of when I was looking at some of the early church fathers for Christianity. It led me to this graphic. Confluence, I don't know if you want to show it on screen, if that would kind of help. Because a lot of it's new to me. So I reached out to Confluence because he knows a little bit more than me, and we were talking about the I guess meaning of the tetragram or tetragrammaton.
Tetragrammaton, yeah.
Yeah.
One, you can say tetragram. That's easier to spell also than tetragrammaton. So yeah.
Is it accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
Tetragram and tetragrammaton mean the exact same thing.
Okay. And then so we were going over, I guess, the Paleo Hebrew like meaning of it. And this is from a Christian site. So that's why I had to check with Confluence, because he knows a little bit more than me. And so would you interpret that bottom part to be an accurate, not interpretation, but an accurate meaning of those letters?
Well, Yud is hand, but it's more arm than hand.
Okay.
Vav is actually a hook, but I guess you could call it nail. Hey, I don't remember what Hey stood for, but let me see if I can find Paleo Hebrew.
He's gonna say what I said, Big Soda. He's gonna say what I said. Just wait. Don't say. Oh, okay, there we go. Well, now you said
my bad.
yeah, it's apparently it is look, but I don't see how like as in as in behold. Okay, yeah. So yeah, but it's arm and I mean, I can understand how Christians would get excited, but
Yeah.
Christians get excited about everything.
That's true. That's true.
it's-
You know.
Yeah,
That's valid.
you've heard the joke. And a Christian told me this joke. Actually, a pastor told me this joke.
Better be good, otherwise I'm gonna start making some about cookies.
you can
Dang.
make cookie jokes all you like.
Wait, I want to hear Jacob's, because this is what me and Big Soda were talking like for
I'm
2
a great
hours
comedian
about
and
this.
I love cookies.
Yeah.
So
So I want to know your actual thoughts on this, because my understanding of the pictographs, right? Yeah, you have something like either behold or window. You have something like hand. I guess you're saying arm. The hook thing I've heard before. Yes, hook or nail. I think those are there's some disagreement about that. But I guess, do you interpret these? Because obviously, the way, like, kind of, it's like behold the hand, behold the nail. I mean, obviously depends on the stuff that, if you're a Christian, you're going to read into this. So if you acknowledge, I guess, Jacob, this is what I was curious, because I said to Big Soda, this is why you were brought up. I was like, I think even Jacob would acknowledge that all of these things, all of these pictographic in Proto-Hebrew that's what they kind of are associated with, which you seem to agree to now. But like, so do you just think that we're reading into something here?
Yeah.
Or like, do you just think this is a random string of Hebrew letters? This is the word that's so sacred that we've lost the current pronunciation of this word. So to me, it seems fair to look at these 4 letters and be like, well, why these 4 letters as opposed to any other 4 letters?
Okay, so the big thing is to understand that the difference between an alphabet and everything that existed before alphabets is that it actually the letters,
You have super
don't-
chats.
the letters,
I know I do. I'm just wait a second. They're bad super chats.
They're great super chats.
the letters actually tell you how to pronounce the word, and it's not about the meanings of the letters, right? Like, you look at hieroglyphics, or you look at Chinese pictograms, right? The meaning is involved with the meaning of what you're writing. And the new thing that alphabets brought forth into the world is using words and having the pronunciation divorced from the meanings of the letters. You understand that, right?
I understand. So my audience is going to fucking crucify me, pun intended, based on what we're talking about. But okay, so Jacob, I know you said this word before, so K2's trying to bait you into saying it again. Don't say it, to be very clear. But K2's super chat is, and we'll do the thank you for the $5. Jacob, you sure do make me an awful lot of money, which I am contractually obligated by the Israeli government to give you half of it. I understand that, but I still get $2 from this. What word that starts with a K that sounds like bike that you said on the show before? Do not say it. Thank you, though, K2, for the super chat. Kokomo with the $5. Read K2 super chat, which I just did. And we have Food Toy with the €2, which is, that's worth a blah, because that's like worth like $5 Canadian at least. Read Kokomo's super chat, which I also just did. And K2 again, read everybody's super chat, which I think we're finally caught up. Thank all of you for this little fucking retarded chain we just all did, but I appreciate that. But okay.
Read your super chats, please.
I just did. But Jacob, so I guess, I understand, like, I think, the strongest argument is, like, these are coincidental, I guess, but when I see this, and I understand, like, there's a lot of caveats that me and Big Soto were even talking about, like, even, like, the order or how, like, Hebrew works, because I don't know Hebrew. I know Hebrew enough to know the letters and basic things like that. I obviously don't know Hebrew. You do know Hebrew, so I don't know if if the Yod Hey Vav Hey of saying like the like hand or arm, behold, or look, nail, or hook, and then behold or window. I don't know if that like means anything. It means something to an English audience. Like to me, when I see this, I think there's intentionality there. I guess. Do you think if you just read this, 2 questions. First one, if you just read this like in Hebrew, do you think that could connote something?
No.
You think it's impossible that it could connote anything?
So this is the thing. When I look at the words, it's very obvious to me that it is a form of the verb to be, right? And like that's what comes out at me, right?
No, but I'm asking you to look at the letters
like,
specifically, though.
To look at the meanings of the letters. Like imagine if I did this confluence, right? I wrote my name, right, which is Yud Ayin Kuf Bet, right? And so the first letter is hand, the second one is I, the third one is actually what is Kuf? I forget what Kuf is. And Bet as in house, right? And Kuf
is, I think it's like cave or no.
A Kuf actually.
No, that's not right.
I have that chart open. So where's
that's not right.
Chart?
No, a pay is mouth. Cave?
Kuf.
No, I don't know.
Where is it? Where is that stupid chart?
Oh, this is a shame on me. I gotta go back to my Hermetic roots. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I want to say it's cave. I want to say it's cave, but I don't remember.
Letters. Here's a chart.
Okay, I'm googling it now.
Okay, so Kuf is apparently related to king. Okay, and I'm like, well,
no, that's not right. That's terrible. That's not right.
Behold, I am
king?
the end of the king's house. Like. You would be.
I mean that.
It's palm. No, it's palm. Yeah, it is palm. That's crazy, Jacob. That's crazy. I mean, I'm Hermetic coded, so I could be completely wrong, but that's how I
just Googled a Paleo Hebrew chart. Like the whole point of an alphabet is that you can actually have, like, it's related to the letters that you say as opposed to the meaning of the letters. That's the whole point of an alphabet.
Wait, pause, Jacob. That's like that. Actually, I'm going to press you on this because I think you're being potentially disingenuous. That makes sense with an English alphabet. Don't shake your head at me.
Where do you think the English alphabet comes from?
The alphabet, yeah, I'm not retarded, but I'm just saying.
You are.
Just let me land my plane and then tell me I'm retarded. Okay, so you obviously know because we've talked about this before. You know about gematria, right?
Gematria,
and so,
yes.
Okay, pronunciation. Correct me.
Especially non-Canadians used to attack our French confluence.
Jacob, your example,
this
right?
Is the first warning.
Your example of Jacob, if you took my name, sure. But if you took my name, Confluence 358, you could get a lot of value out of the 358. If you know your gematria, I can't remember what you corrected me to, you would actually get a lot of significance out of those three digits together. You would get a ton of that. So it's not nonsense. And in Hebrew, if there's no digits, right, just for the audience, obviously you know this, Jacob, right? But there's no 1 in Hebrew, it's Aleph. There's no 2 in Hebrew. It's bet, right? So I think it's fair to read more into Hebrew letters than it is into something like English letters. Like to read some numerology into English letters doesn't make any sense. In Hebrew, it makes a lot of sense. So there's a lot of like meaning, I think, packed into these letters.
I think we can go back to the squirrel joke, which I didn't get to tell, but lots of people have already heard. Like the problem with gematrias is you can make a gematria of anything equal to anything.
No one denies that. No one denies that. At least, some people might deny that, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's obviously.
However, whoever came up with this, like this is obvious patternicity.
I think you're like destroying a lot of meaning here, like because there's examples, right? I mean, so obviously you don't like this, but there's examples, for example, in the New Testament when it talks about like like Tomegatherion, like the great beast, and you can use like isosophy. Don't cut me on that pronunciation because you don't know Greek, okay?
I do not.
And so that's like the Greek equivalent of gematria or gematria or whatever you want to correct me to. And it's the same thing in Greek, right? There's no numerical system. It's like a letter is tied to a number, and that is 666, right? Tomegatherion, the great beast, is 666. It ends up being the Emperor Nero as well. That seems to me and to most people to be an intentional thing. I think this happens. In fact, I know it happens. I'd have to Google it, but this happens, I think, in your tonic, Jacob. So gematria was a thing that they sometimes intentionally did. So I don't want you to be cucking me.
True. Yes.
Okay. But there we go. So that it's not always just reading into it. So sometimes there is meaning there, right? I'm echoing from someone's end. I'm not sure whose. Probably Food Toy. It's always Food Toy. Go ahead, Jacob.
When you are
I've got a question.
No, I want to hear Jacob's. And then we'll go to you, Food Toy. But I want to hear Jacob's answer to what I just said.
When you're seeing something that people obviously like 666 and Nero, like that's something that somebody intentionally encoded into something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Hebrew has an alphabet, and the tetragram is a very obviously visible way of conjugating the verb to be, right? And the fact if you find symbolism within the fact that when you take this word and you write it down, you can figure out some connection between that and Jesus being nailed to the cross. I'm more than happy to let you have that. That's cute and great.
Okay, Jacob. Jacob, pause. Pause for a second.
Yeah.
Because you're saying it's cute. You're kind of like being a bit diminutive. You're being a bit diminutive, I think. But Jacob, I've seen you, and I have done the same thing where you take the Yod Hey Vav Hey and you stack them on top, and you're like, oh, it looks like a little person. Now, if some atheist fuck came to you and said, oh, that's so cute that if you stack the letters and they look like a little human, oh my god, like to me that's a bit like. Do you just think you're doing something random there, or do you think there's some intentionality there? If you're doing something random, fine. I guess then you're doing something random, or do you think there's some broader meaning there?
I find meaning there, and you are absolutely right. I do the same thing. And if someone is going to be like, come on, Jacob, that's not actually what the original Hebrew letters look like. You're using the Aramaic square script, which people say to me all the time. I'm like, you're right. Like, this is something I find meaningful to me, but it's not something I think like I would bring to someone and be like, well, you don't see this. What's wrong with you? You know?
Okay, that's fair. I just was curious if you're consistent on that. And I would agree.
Our biggest point was the potential. Could this be potentially meaningful? Like, could the first people who coined this, or God himself when he revealed this, could there be some aspect of meaning to the letters that he chose?
To the letters that they chose when they first wrote it? Like,
I just came on to say hi and make sure to get those donos in. Hit the like and subscribe button.
This douchebag.
So
W Avarice.
Get those in.
Yeah, W Avarice.
L Avarice.
So
fucking loser.
Listen,
can I get to my question now?
I didn't. Well, hold on.
Shut up, Avarice. It's my turn.
I didn't hear for a long time. I'll be out of here. I'll be out of here before you know it. I just want to say, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Send in those donos. Confluence needs the love. And last thing I'll say before I go, whatever Emmett said was the absolute truth, and he is always correct in this. Whatever you guys are talking about, Emmett's right.
You're such a kiss ass tonight. What's going on?
Shut the fuck up, boy.
Avarice always supports conflicts. First of all, not a kiss ass. He also loves Emmett, so again, not a kiss ass. Testy says Jacob has grabbed W Yahweh. I mean, Jacob is not wrong. He's not wrong. I think there's some intentionality with the Yod Hey Vav Hey. I don't think it's crazy to think. I don't know what Jacob's kind of, I guess, metaphysics is in that sense. Like, I don't know if he just thinks it just happens to be this way. I think there's some like teleology behind those letters being that way. It means being. I agree with that. You know, the whole "I am what I am," burning bush coded, all that stuff. But I think it's fair to look at the letters. I understand, but the second part of that, I also get what Jacob was saying, that people read meaning into every fucking thing. That's why I hate numerology broadly. But I think a lot of this stuff is intentionally baked in, and so it's a nuanced topic, in my opinion, to decide what's baked in and what are you reading into something. And even reading something in, as Jacob even agreed, when he stacks the Hebrew letters to look like a human, it could be something Jacob admitted you're reading into it. You can still give personal value. I don't think we should be so postmodern to be like, oh, that's like meaningless, or that means nothing, or it's all random. I think if you get meaning and you were driven closer to God, I think that could be a true thing as well. But I think with some of the stuff, I think there is maybe something, a teleos greater than our own minds in the way Big Soda is presenting, in my opinion.
I
don't know Hebrew, so, you know. But.
The one thing,
Futoy, you had a question, right, Futoy?
Futoy. Sorry, Futoy. I've left you in the back for so long, Futoy, but you did have a question. Hopefully it's super relevant.
I have a couple. Right, so it's really weird, right? So, right, I understand that Hebrew letters are attached to numbers, right? But this must have all been done way before Nero. So they didn't construct it to make Nero equal 666. Hold on. And also 666 is 3 numbers, where Nero is 4 letters. And the letters aren't even the same.
No. Okay, can I jump in just to correct, because there's I've miscommunicated something.
Please do.
Okay, so my example was in Greek. There's something called isosophy, which is kind of the equivalent of gematria in Hebrew. So in Greek, there is similarly 2 separate languages. Greek and Hebrew are not the same, but in Greek they have the same thing. There's no number system. So alpha is 1 and beta is 2, and it works kind of the same way. And so in the New Testament, when they write in Revelation, right, and they talk about Omega Therion, the great beast, right, that number's up to 666. And John explicitly says the numbers are 666.
Right.
There's some scholarly disagreement about if it's 66 times 6, but fuck that for right now. Right there's mentions where it is talking about 666, and if you add up Omega Therion in Greek, and you add up, I think the great Emperor Nero in Hebrew, and convert it over, it equals 666. I think a lot of people that's like probably not just like people hallucinating some like pareidolia adjacent stuff into it. It seems like that's probably what John of Patmos meant to imply there. So I'm not trying to say that is the same as Hebrew. Obviously, Hebrew is like way older than what I'm talking about with the Book of Revelations. To be clear.
Right. That's what I was thinking. So so they didn't construct it Nero to equal 666. It just happened to be there, right?
No, they did. No, they did construct it. Like when John of Patmos was writing
in Greek.
The Book of Revelations was written in like 90 AD or something. Like it's so, and it was around the time of Emperor Nero. It almost certainly was meant to reference Nero.
Okay, so it was. So
the evolving that we're talking about, to be clear, like the Hebrew stuff, that's like 2000 BC around. People disagree, but yeah. So I was bringing that up as an analogous thing.
Just to be clear, if rather than Vav being something you could say was nail, right? There was a different letter there, and it was something that somehow Christians couldn't relate to Jesus, which I can't imagine how that could be, because Christians relate everything to Jesus. Would Christians then go through every other word
like
that is important in
cookies.
Hebrew and try to find something they could? Yes, they would. Like this is part of the problem with this.
Yeah, but this is such a
selective.
It's not selective, Jacob. This is a word that we pause. This is a word that is seen as so sacred that scholars don't know what the right pronunciation is to this day, right? I don't think you would disagree with that, Jacob, right? This is a word so selective. This is like God's personal name to the Jews. That would be crazy if that was God's name, but Osiris is a black god. That's fine. But that, you know what I mean, Jacob? Like this isn't just like picking. We're not picking like Emmett, which I think means truth. Emmett, are you the truth? Possibly, yeah, possibly Emmett is the truth. That was just off the dome. But I think that's right.
Nonsense.
It's not. I'm not just picking a random. This is. If any word has the most importance in the Old Testament, it is the Tetragrammaton. You would not deny that, Jacob. No, I don't think anyone would fucking deny that. So, like, it's not. I don't think it's special pleading to say this
word. Yeah, it's
not. Are you denying it's the most important word?
No, I wouldn't deny. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so that's what I mean. So then it's not special pleading for me to focus on that specific word if you're even saying it's the most important word in the tonic.
One particular thing about it, like you can.
Tyler, you got like a lot. Tyler, you got like fans running or something, brother. You got like fans.
No, I don't. Something's fucking up.
Jacob, I haven't heard your squirrel joke, but I wanted to ask you: do you know what mothballs smell like? You're old enough, I think, to know what mothballs smell like, right?
I think I kind of remember mothballs. Yes.
Do you remember how you got their little legs open?
What?
So stupid. So stupid.
Do you remember how you got their little legs open?
Such a stupid Futoi joke.
It's a Kirkian joke.
Wow.
It's a fucking Kirk joke. It is a fucking Kirk joke.
That's
what? Even bored.
The $5 publish a ticket and read the letter.
You mean energy, the source?
Oh yes, energy/panda. We cannot call him Kirk. Well, no, actually, here we can call him Kirk. That's allowed because Twitch is a very dangerous platform that you can't say his name on.
You just say
YouTube, you can totally say it all the time. If you read the I don't know what letters I'm supposed to reread at World Radio. I'm not sure. I mean, I've said behold the hand, behold the nail, maybe, but I understand the letter. I understand it's Yod He Vav He. I understand that. I get that. I don't know what you're hunting to, but thank you for the $5. K2 says if you're 555, then I'm 666. I don't know what that means, but you guys know that Jesus Christ in Hebrew, in Greek. Wait, no, pause. I want to say this. Jacob will hate this. The Jews, they hate this fun fact. Okay, they don't want you to know this, but Jesus Christ, if you use isosophy in Greek, it means 888. Like if you add up all the numbers, it means 888. I'm just saying 777 is less significance that we can go into. 666 I'm just saying Jesus, the new extension. Holy shit.
Do you guys know the Pixies? Do you know the Pixies, the band The Pixies?
Yeah, everyone knows the Pixie Futoi. We're not retarded.
So you get his reference then.
I have a question. So
if man is 5, then the devil is 6. If the devil is 6, then God is 7.
I have a question.
I know the reference from the Kabbalah, which the Pixies stole it off of. So you know what?
That's a Slipknot lyric from like an edgy childhood.
So no, it's this reference to Jesus in the tetragram, right? Is it a reference to the crucifixion, a reference to the fact that he is a fisher of men, or a reference to both?
When I see this, I mean, of course, this is up to the interpretation, of course, because even if you were to grant, Jacob, that this is, hand window, God, the right to left is fucking me. Hand, window, nail, window.
Tyler, do you even lift?
Well, it's hook. It's not nail. I like the idea that it's a nail. I think it is. Zion is a nail. Vav is a hook. Like that's just.
I think it's a nail. I think it's a nail.
That's nail.
But when you say a different letter, maybe you can, if you're good faith, Jacob, because I can't fact check you in your Hebrew, so I hope you're being honest with me. Because I was talking with Big Soda about this. I was saying like the Hebrew word mem is a rare exception where if you say mem in Hebrew, you mean water, but also mem pictographically also was water in Proto-Hebrew. That's not the same for mayim, yeah.
But it's not rare. Almost all of them have something like that, right? Dalet is the letter, and it also means door. Yad is the letter, but it also means hand.
Disagreement ever.
Okay, I guess maybe it's more common than I thought. Because I was thinking
Actually,
no, it's not all of them. Aleph doesn't mean ox.
yeah, actually it does. It means strong. Yeah, aloof, like a
That's
general
not an ox.
called an
That's not an
aleph.
ox. If you think about it.
No,
Um,
you're absolutely wrong. Like that's the whole point of the letter.
Also, hey, Jacob, wait, no, pause, everyone. Jacob, if I went up to a Hebrew person and I said Aleph, that's all I said, they would think I'm talking about an ox?
Say nice American accent,
But
retard.
That's what I'm saying. So, but if I said Mayim, they would know I'm talking about water.
Yeah, if you said
Mayim,
they wouldn't think you were saying the letter mem. If you said mem, they wouldn't think of water.
It's pronounced meme, bro.
The difference is with dalet, right? Dalet, like if you say dalet to someone, it means door.
Jacob, are you able to
I
pronounce
think that's
that?
the minority of Hebrew letters.
No,
I think
yad means hand. Yod
I got
is
this
the letter,
very
yad
two
is
people
hand.
conversation.
Like, this is
does bet mean house?
yes.
And
So
it
if
goes,
I go up, okay, maybe this is news to me. I'm fine to learn this. If I go up to a Hebrew guy and I say bet, he's gonna say, "Oh, what house?" Like he knows I'm talking about a house.
Have you heard of synagogues named Beth Israel?
Is he?
Oh, that's true. Actually, man, that's probably the worst example. That's probably the worst example I could have named. Okay. You know, I'm switching examples. Pay. If I say pay, is that tongue in Hebrew?
It means mouth. Peh means
Tyler,
mouth.
Shit, maybe this happens. What does Shem mean? What does Shem mean?
Shem means name, but that's not what I think Shin is from. Shin
Or Shin? Yeah, Shin. Sorry.
Shin is consume, destroy.
Well, that's kind of close because in the pictographic, it's tooth, which I guess.
Oh, Shen, right? Shen is a tooth. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Let me think of if there's any other. What's noon mean?
Nun, life activity. That I don't know. That
See, in the pictographic, it means fish. So square that circle, Jacob.
it does.
Jacob,
Is there any Hebrew word that relates to that sounds like that? What I'm saying, noon.
Not that I can think of. Nin. I mean, I would be making stuff up.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe it works more than I thought. Maybe it works more than I thought.
I mean, that's where the letters
I
came
enjoyed
from.
that. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it like translated into like Hebrew that correctly, but maybe it does for the most part.
Yeah, they were basic. They were basic words.
Jacob, are you able to make the sounds of that? Behold the nail, behold hand.
What do you mean?
Are you able to pronounce that? Are you able to sound out in Hebrew?
Look,
say the sacred name of God for us real quick, Jacob. Go ahead.
Evil. Behold nail, behold hand.
So
right, you can translate. You can sound that out, right?
What I can very easily say is that when someone who knows Hebrew, right, goes ahead and conjugates the verb to be in the future sense, it will be, right? It will be caused to be, right? You would say the word is Yehovah. That is, it will be caused to be.
Penis?
Right? And that I'm not using that as the holy name. I am simply saying the word, it will be caused to be.
So is that is it hey wow hey yod? Is that it? Hey wow hey yod?
Yod hey vav hey. Jacob can say it if he wants, but that if he's just reading the letters, yeah, it would be that, right, Jacob? Yod hey vav hey.
I mean there's if I were just to imagine that it's a word, I would imagine that would be the word, and that's where Ehyeh asher Ehyeh, I will be. It usually gets translated as I am that I am, but it's I will be that I will be. That's also a name of God that actually has a meaning in terms of Ehyeh means I will be, right?
It does, and it has a gematria, Jacob. You know, funny fact. You know, it means something if you think about it.
To say it doesn't translate, what does it mean?
Well, Jacob doesn't believe in gematria, which is fine. Well, he might. I'm not sure if he does.
I do believe in it. I just don't take it to the ridiculous extreme some people do.
Yeah, and
well, I don't either. I take it to the correct extremes, in my opinion.
To the right amount of extremes.
Extremes.
Isn't it a mental illness where you see things that you
It is, yeah, it is. Like, I don't disagree with Jacob. Obviously, we've met numerological fucking losers that like will take stuff to the extreme. It's like pareidolia, where you see faces where there's no faces present, but there still is a correct amount of reading into information.
Can I tell you about my favorite?
Like when you're concentrating on the letter or the number 13, you're going to see it everywhere.
Can I tell you about my favorite conspiracy theory confluence?
Yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
Okay, so I have a lobster on my wall because of Jordan Peterson, and I was reading. I wish I had taken a screenshot of this. I was reading the comments of a Jordan Peterson video, and somebody had written a nice long schizo post explaining precisely how Jordan Peterson talks about human beings and lobsters in order to make us feel more of an affinity with lobsters, because the Jews have passed a law which makes it a capital crime to eat lobster, and they had the receipts. I have to say that there's a law that was passed in 1992 which makes it a capital crime to eat lobster, and eventually the Jews are going to come and execute all the Gentiles for having eaten a lobster that was cooked alive because of Jordan Peterson.
That's compelling.
I think the logic's right.
You know, I think I believe that conspiracy theory. Actually, yeah. Jacob, you've sold me. You've sold me.
He had
Jacob,
all the receipts.
I would be really careful if you want to do that, because we're great bakers and we know how to bake cookies. Ask the Germans.
Okay.
I don't think we have to go back to the cookie baking. I don't think we always have to do that necessarily.
We always have to do it.
Cookies.
I don't know if we have to.
Yeah, well, they don't taste that well, if that's what you're asking.
When a Christian asks you, does that mean Jesus, Yahweh? If you say yes, you're going to make their day. If you say no, you're not going to be very popular.
If I say what?
If you say Yahweh means Jesus, like the behold the nail, behold the hand, they're talking about Jesus. If you say yes, they're talking about Jesus, you're going to make Christians.
Wow, wait, before you answer, Jacob, I'm on a knife's edge to know what Jacob's answer is. Like, it's like 50-50. I'm so excited to hear what Jacob's about. What the fuck kind of question is that? Go ahead, Jacob, but what the fuck?
I don't even understand like what he's asking me.
He's asking if the Yod-Heh-Vav, the behold, the window, behold the nail would lead you to think that's Jesus Christ. Obviously, you don't think that. Obviously. Like, what the fuck kind of question?
That's not what I said. Is my mic working? Because you're hearing things that I'm not saying. What the fuck? I said...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said if you're talking to Christians and we're talking about behold the nail, behold the hand, and you go, yes, that's about Jesus, you're going to make their day. You're going to make a Christian's day by saying that. They're going to be delighted with you by saying that, even if you do not believe it. It was a tip.
Okay, so let me make your day. It's all about Jesus. Everything is about Jesus.
There you go. The student has become the master.
Futo, I don't know if that's fine. You know what? We'll take our W's. Jacob has, in this very panel, has agreed. Okay. Hold him to it. Welcome, Kirk.
Is about Jesus. Everything.
Everything is about Jesus. That is true. We got Kirk, or as you know him. I don't think I've ever had Kirk and Jacob.
I have
once or twice. We know Kirk is. We know that's why he got his double circumcision. And I think you did it, Jacob. I think you did it. I think you caused the double circumcision of young boy Kirk. Well, Kirk has been double circumcised, Jacob. He has been double circumcised. That's a fact. He shared on myself. You didn't know Kirk has been double circumcised? I
don't know if I want to be aware of this.
Oh no, please, Kirk, tell him about your double circumcision.
Well, so when I converted to conservative Judaism, the rabbi did have to circumcise me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've known people who've.
He's even got a name for it.
You got a name for that shit? That's crazy.
Hatafa is a ritual bloodletting that's done for people who are already circumcised.
They fucking stick a burr in his pecker, Jacob. They stick a burr in his pecker.
They use diabetic tests. Whatchamacallits. The thing.
Yeah, a burrin. It's called a burrin.
Yeah, whatever they call it.
That's great.
And they stuck it in his pecker and they drew blood.
This is gay enough for me. I enjoy talking about cocksucking.
Wait, no, Emma, Emma didn't even get to share his opinion. Well, that's a different thing. There's a word for that as well. But there's a word for that, but we didn't even go into that.
They don't do Matzitza for Hatafa. Sorry.
Matitza, that's the word, yeah. No, they didn't. Yeah, I asked Kirk when he described, I made him, this is not Kirk's fault, this is my fault. I made him describe his double circumcision in lurid detail just because I've never heard of this before. But it didn't involve the Matitza or whatever it's called.
It sounded like you got to cut off and then you got to put back on and then you got to cut off again.
No, they just make you bleed a drop. That's it.
Yeah, it's a small drop. Yeah,
you know, I was on a different panel and they were talking. This guy came up and he was so anti-Jew, and he was just saying the Jewish people are evil because of that, as where the rabbi would circumcise and then put the baby's pee-pee in his mouth.
All that's the mitzvah. I remind people that's precisely what happened.
The way you
to
describe
Jesus.
that.
And that's precisely what Paul did to Timothy. Like,
it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
But 2,000 years ago, that was the only way to do a safe circumcision. So, like,
I don't think you can back that up, Jacob. I don't think you can back that up.
Maybe that's what they thought
you want to say about Paul as a Christian. I mean,
welcome,
that's up to you.
I don't think Jacob, I don't think you can back that up. I actually don't think you can. Like, Paul circumcised Timothy as an adult. I don't think you can make a case that he definitely put his mouth on his pee-pee. I don't think you can do that.
Of course he did, Matzitza. They were using iron knives back then.
But
we've talked about this before. That means nothing.
And
I know.
I don't know how you that's special pleading. You just don't want him to have done it.
I think it's special pleading for you to think that the mouth is so antibacterial that would somehow be better.
No, I'm not saying that the mouth is so antibacterial. I'm saying back then that's what they did.
Yeah. I can see he said that. Yeah.
That is what they did 2,000 years ago.
They thought it was cleaning, but in fact, the science says it doesn't really. It's not antibacterial.
I don't think Jacob has evidence that they all did that 2,000 years ago.
Than the iron knife.
It's still the best way, in my opinion. It's like a grenade. You just get in there, rip it off with your teeth.
and they don't use teeth.
Yeah, skip the iron knives. Like, fuck that. Just use your teeth. Yeah.
They don't use teeth. That's a whole other thing.
Why not? Use this shit for that? Jacob.
That's not the point of Matzitza. The point of Matzitza is to draw out some of the blood.
With your mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
With what?
That's the game ender is with your mouth. That's the game ender right there.
If you're drawing blood out of a wound, what would you use 2,000 years ago?
Well, let's put it this way. It's not a sexual thing. I don't think it was ever meant to be a sexual thing.
It's not a sexual thing. If you're a pervert, you think it's a sexual thing.
Sexual thing, yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Can you, Futoy? Can you see that?
You know what? I think I was supposed to be Jewish, not Christian at all. I wasn't supposed to be Roman Catholic. I was supposed to be Jewish.
Futoy, where can we meet up? And I got an iron blade, and I'll fucking cut all your foreskin off. I'll use the burn. I'll fucking triple circumcise your ass. Okay, give the time and place better.
Confluence. Why are you always trying to get your hands on my pee-pee? Why?
I'm just trying to draw blood. Okay, I want to make you pure, Futoy.
The only person that can see putting a child's penis in your mouth is perverted are the perverts themselves. I agree with that statement.
Yeah, I think so. Like. And also, I mean...
Oh, it's a kitty cat.
It's my kitty
cat.
Her name is Shadow of Death. And that's the Valley of the Shadow of Death. Get it?
Give that cat a Matzitza.
That's a little bit gay, Jacob. That's a bit sexual.
She did not get circumcised. My dog is male, and he didn't get circumcised either.
Would you circumcise a dog, Jacob? And if so, would you use Matitzvah? If you were to, hypothetically, if you had to circumcise a dog.
But is it true that they still use that method today in some?
It is true. It is true. Yeah.
That still use Matzitza. Yes.
Okay, all of the Hasidics.
No, it's not popular.
No,
all of the Hasidics, I think, do, right?
Oh, I thought there was major pushback.
I mean, getting Hasidic people to change things. It was about 200 years ago that people started using other methods. But getting Hasidic people to change things takes a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable. They're, I guess, conservative in nature, so they want to stick to their tradition.
They're the Amish of the Jews.
Well, I think you would say the Amish are them of.
I personally think if you want Matzitza done to your son, you should do it yourself.
Be a man about it.
It shouldn't be the Mohel doing it, but that's my.
It should be incestuous too.
A little bit more justifiable.
I feel like I'm giving Jacob a lot of flack only because we usually have more anti-Semitic people up here, but but I'm not trying to give Jacob
Emmett ran away. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think he's Orthodox, and the title of the stream is Jews versus Orthodox, isn't it? Something like that.
No, it's Sharia versus Orthodox.
Oh, so
Orthodox ran. Ortho ran.
And the first one was the Iran thing, which I don't know if that is what made Jacob join, which
that
was again a big coincidence.
I was
because
about to start a Just Chatting stream, and I'm trying this new thing where I started my stream before I got onto your stream, so I'll be able to continue my stream even when you end your stream. I'm hoping this is working, but I actually wanted to talk about Iran.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't threaten me with a good time, Jacob. You can also cross streams as you've done before. I don't know if that works against you or for you. Honestly,
the
I'm
problem
sure.
with the way
that's the wrong prompt.
Using that is when you turn off your stream, my stream ends. I can't continue my stream after I leave.
Oh,
yeah.
Jacob, I will just raid you to be clear as well.
Yeah.
So you can go live. Well, I guess that's what's happening now.
But
you can be live right now. I can be live. We can still share streams, not in a gay way, in a normal way, and then I can just raid you when I end if you're going live longer. So we can still cross streams without any consequence.
That's what I tried to do.
But you're not crossing streams to me right now. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to, but I want to hear that. There's a guy I really like. Yeah, but I don't see the chats. You're not crossing streams
because. Yeah, you can't do.
I want to see Hezi. Hezi's the guy. That's his name, Hezi. I don't see Hezi's chats, so I want to see Hezi because I like him.
I don't think Hezi's watching. Although the funny thing is, I think I have more people watching on my channel than you have on your channel, which is
wow. Just mog me, fucking Jew mog me. That's fine, Jacob.
What a flex! Crazy. My God, what a flex!
This is Ram Krumpt.
Jesus is so great. When is he dead? He's alive. He's alive.
I've got 2 more people than you, Confluence.
Hold on, people. I haven't shared your StreamYard with my people. So if people here, if my people want to jump onto Confluence,
invite them on.
You can
invite them on.
The link that I just put up.
Everyone pause. We have a guy who's wielding a staff in the background, a bearded man named Brett. Can anyone vouch for this guy named Brett?
Brett. Brett's a good guy.
Does he have a long white beard?
Yes, Brett definitely
Does he commonly wield a staff?
No, he usually has a guitar.
Does it have Proto-Hebrew written on the staff, perhaps?
Not that I remember.
Close enough. We're gonna trust.
But Brett
it's enough. It's enough. Is this the guy you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him.
Brett is a Christian.
Okay.
God have mercy on his soul. He even believes in substitutionary atonement. God to have mercy on his soul.
Okay, Brett, can you hold up? Can you hold up the staff? Can you hold up the staff again? Because there was some Greek, I thought, on it.
Oh, no, that is Proto-Hebrew. Yeah.
It is Proto-Hebrew, but then if we go to the right, then we get to Greek.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well spotted.
And then there's Hebrew. There's the tetragram in Hebrew. There you
Okay,
go.
But then we're back. Wait, what is this all? No, but then there's like Greek mixed in. What is this? Brett, what does this say overall? No, I know. I'm talking about the other thing. It's like
so
Proto-Hebrew, Latin, Hebrew, and then Latin or something.
Brett, thank you for helping Frodo destroy the One Ring. Thank you. Big up.
Wait, okay. Do we know Dot Warner? Do we know Jacob? You know this guy?
I do know Dot. Mary is a very interesting person.
All right. Okay. Brett, I want to hear your explanation of your little staff, though.
Yeah, it was basically I wanted to carve the as God's name was as time moved on. So it was the process, from Proto-Hebrew, and then you had Greek, and then you had modern Hebrew, and then you had Latin. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I didn't think I had to put English on there because I figured,
it's like a toy model of the transmission of the name.
Yeah.
Do you, Brett? I have to ask. I am actually legally obligated to ask. Do you use this for any ritualistic purposes?
This was a walking stick.
There's no magic.
He just goes to Ren Fair with it.
Skill issue. That's such a fucking skill issue. You make a staff like that, you should use it for some purpose, in my opinion. That's fine.
Do a little cosplay, I dress up like Moses or Elijah or something.
Terrible times. Terrible. You ever considered doing ceremonial magic, Brett? Because I think you look the part. You got the staff. You're like 3/4 of the way there. Just go all the way.
But he's an actual Christian, and actual Christians don't do that, Confluence, right?
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Hashtag not all Christians.
God judge you harshly, trying to do any kind of magic.
What's funny about that is because I don't know if you guys watch Kale Zeldin's stream. Do you watch that at all? You guys know him?
I
don't know who that is. No.
Yeah, he did this. He does a monitoring the situation, and they started bringing up magic and how it's all in our language now, and we don't even realize it.
He's Catholic.
Which really kind of disturbed me that he was it just seemed like they were embracing it a little too much. The notion of magic.
Vigilante. He couldn't cope with my immense aura, so you have to leave.
Vici, I'm not mad anymore, but I was mad at Vici for a time. I was, okay, based on Horserash's stream. I was a little bit mad at Vici, okay.
Also, Confluence, we don't have the right prompt for Iran.
You don't have what?
We're on the Sharia law thing. Thank you. Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about Iran, okay.
But Mary
Sharia law. I gotta say,
energy.
That is so
clickbait. Women get to
clickbait.
talk before any of the men do, right?
Oh no, you're gonna do that to me, Jacob. Really?
Mary is a big feminist. She loves feminism.
Oh no!
Nick Freitas was having a discussion about why other Arab states aren't accepting refugees from Palestine.
Ooh.
And the thing is, these specifically Muslims from Palestine are everywhere they go, even into other Muslim countries, are trying to destabilize the power structure there. That's why they don't allow them in the other areas.
I was told they're not really liked in the Muslim world, the Palestinians, too much. I don't know how true it is.
And so I think, how far does that go across the board?
It's complicated, and as a Jew, it's not a place. It's not something for me to talk about.
Wait, actually, okay, Anti-Deer, it's good to see you. This is actually, I think it is actually a good question. I know it's off topic. Jacob, you have so many animals. Let me see. Hold up the pupper for us all.
Yay!
Oh my God, he's so cute. He is so fucking cute.
And he's going to live.
He's actually so cute.
He is going to live.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. I hope he's gonna live. I don't know if you're planning on sacrificing him or something, Jacob. But
he had
attacked.
He had surgery. He got attacked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! By who?
It was touch and go for a little bit. Yeah.
Let me guess.
What racial group attacked him?
No, it was somebody who didn't have their dog on a leash. Am I correct?
Was it a pit bull?
But it was an off-leash dog park, so none of us had our
dog on a leash.
Oh.
Was it a pit bull? I never asked.
So one of them was a Labrador. The other one I think may have been a pit. We don't know what the second dog was.
Always a fucking pit.
I love your
that's my biggest thing I get hate over.
And the
is the
answer
pit
is
thing.
no.
It should be illegal.
They don't have their meat and dairy delivered separately when they order online.
Oh yeah, that's what I was asking. Okay, so if I was gonna go, like, let's say I was like Kirk, but like let's say I wasn't like a poser and I wanted to like actually take my religion super seriously, I could still Uber Eats like milk and meat at the same time, as long as they don't combine them in the meal. Yeah, a burger and a milkshake, as long as the burger doesn't have cheese.
But they combine it.
Noahides should not keep kosher.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm telling him.
I agree, but you shouldn't be a Noahide if you care about religion at all, because you should take it perhaps more seriously.
That is the biggest slander against Noahides. So many people do, and Noahides.
It's so correct, though. It's so correct.
They take their religion very seriously.
I take my religion very seriously.
Kirk, I'm sorry, Jacob. You think Kirk takes his religion very seriously? I want you to. Go ahead, say it. Say Kirk takes his religion seriously. Go ahead.
I think Kirk takes his religion seriously. I think there are Noahides I know of who take it much more seriously than Kirk does.
Clip it. Holy shit. You know this guy is non-binary, right? You know he's non-binary?
So?
You know he wants someone to forcibly feminize him, and he continue. It's not like this isn't something I bring up in the past. This is something he still wants to this day. He'll bring it up on panel repeatedly. That's taking your religion seriously?
No. This is something.
Well, that's something you know now, Jacob. So what are you gonna do? That's something you know now.
I don't necessarily know about it.
Why is it our job to care whether or not some guy wants himself to be forcibly feminized? If he
what do you mean by non-binary? Are you some magical third sex?
I was mostly memeing, but it's more so that I was having exploration of my gender identity.
And then we do
love Kirk. Yeah, this is the job of the Confluence panel, is to bully Kirk into being more Jewish coded, actually, if you think about it.
That's not what it means, right?
I'm a Noahide and I have to take my religion seriously.
Used to describe the person whose gender identity is not exclusively male or exclusively female. So he doesn't really want to make somebody to make him female.
The fact that you have to use AI to know what non-binary is, Fujoy, that's fine, but that's a thing. That's a thing that happened.
If it's not one or the other, it has to be something else. So it would be a third gender, right?
No, it says it's not exclusively male or exclusively female.
No. Non-gender is Russell's paradox for gender. Don't worry about it. Don't try to think about it. It is intentionally self-defeating.
I know Russell.
To be honest with you,
you immediately collapse into that logical paradox, and it is you don't engage with it. You don't engage with it logically. It is logically incoherent as an identity.
Fucking base. You call it that fucking T word a he. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a man in a dress. Fuck yeah.
Mary is the most logical person I know.
Describe
I'm sorry, Mary just misgendered Kirk, so I'm just saying that.
I don't care. I do not care. Okay? We are all voices screaming into the void right now, so he is not in the room with me to throw hands at me for misgendering him.
Hi everyone.
Mary is
the
English of all feminists. She is a trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Tyler.
Yes.
Fucking classic J.K. Rowling. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mary had a little opinion.
Mary is actually J.K. Rowling's daughter.
No, actually, no. I am not her daughter. I am too East Asian to be her daughter.
Tyler. So you kind of got like absolutely whooped in that debate, and I'm wondering, like, how are you planning to bounce back?
I don't need to bounce back from anything. That happens from time to time. You know, if someone comes in with a very niche argument about like the government structure of another country, and I'm not expecting it, of course I'm going to be fucking unprepared for it. I'm going to get my rematch in a month. She said she'll do another one with me where I actually know what she's going to be arguing beforehand so I can prepare for it. She said it was a little bit of a sneaky tactic, so I'm just going to win the next time, Keelan. That's all.
Did you talk slower?
Anyways, back to the Iran stuff.
That was very one-sided, and I wasn't expecting
the solution.
Yeah, it wasn't.
A culture like that.
Some law from 1992 in Israel, bro. Who preps for shit like that? Like, I was so taken aback.
I guess you're only
Rage, I was going to go, but now I'm going to stay longer just because to make you happy. I'm going to stay the whole night, right? Just for you. Who dipped?
Because to me, it seems like the culture itself is incapable of true cohesion.
Of course not.
So
we've never been we've lost the ability for true cohesion since the fall of humanity. So maybe we stopped trying to psychotechnology our way back to that, and we freaking repent and however you want to repent, pick a god and pray, or don't. I'm not your mom. I'm here because I wanted to just say, I wanted to tell Uncle Jacob how my life was going.
I got it.
Tell me how your life is going.
Yay. Okay, so good news, everyone. One more step out of my parents' metaphorical basement. They have officially given up on being anything for me other than my emergency wallet. Yay!
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
So yeah.
Hey Mara.
Hi. Yeah, I was.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hi.
Oh no.
Getting a strong response right now.
Yes. Marilyn. Hello, God.
I'm getting a massive fear response.
Mary and Marilyn, both at the same time.
Yes,
Remind me that Jacob has been nicer to you, Marilyn, than anyone I've ever fucking seen be nice to you.
No.
In my opinion.
Confluence.
Uncle Jacob, is this an okay ratio of women to men, given the circumstances?
You're gonna wish it wasn't.
The perfect ratio of women to men is 1 to 1.
Well, yeah, but Femmet left, so now there's only 2. Confluence.
Someone, hopefully not me.
Confluence. What's happening tomorrow that I'm not invited to, according to Ragebait?
I don't know what Ragebait is talking about. What's tomorrow? Monday? I don't have plans on Monday. I don't know. Ragebait is gaslighting you, I think.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. If you're being left out of something, it's not worth you being there.
That's right.
Just
And
go make your
also,
own.
Dodge the bullet.
Also, Ragebait.
We love Maryland and God, we do. But Ragebait, you're repeating yourself. To be clear. Okay.
Also, Ragebait has Futoi fever. I live in that head 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
She pictures me tied up and gagged and naked.
Okay, wait. Who is this? So Emmett is saying, I don't know, who is this related to? I'm not sure. Oh no, never mind. This is a side thing that's going on between Vigi and Emmett. That's fine. Okay,
Yeah,
I was in my chat. That's fine.
I was curious, Confluence. What exactly did you want to talk about regarding Iran? Like we wanted to talk about the
What's there to talk about though? Tyler has something to say about Iran, I think.
I
No,
have
just
a hot
Kirk's
take
horrible
answer
debate
to your
performance.
question.
Yeah, okay, so we can start this. Yeah, the reason I went live, but I'm fine with a million side quests, of course. Don't threaten me with a good time. But yeah, the whole thing, I was judging Horserash's panel, and so yeah, there was a debate on a topic of Iran, so I wanted to have my own kind of version, see what people thought, see what the best arguments were. So the prompt is the current conflict in Iran is in the U.S. national interest. So we can dive into that. So go ahead, Jacob, lead us off.
It is not in the U.S. national interest, but it's also not something we could not be engaged in because the Iranians are idiots.
So are
Team America, World Police, America.
No. It's not a matter of world police. Like,
hold on.
We've been at war with Iran for about 47 years now. That's just a fact. If you want to like pretend that it hasn't happened, you can, but that's not a good idea.
If we're going to pretend
I want to hear from Keelan. I think Keelan is going to probably be your strongest opponent here, Jacob. So I want Keelan to go on this.
No, I don't think Jacob and I disagree on this, given what he's just said. But I wanted to talk about like what it means to be in the U.S.'s best interest. Like, I think the idea of toppling the Iranian regime is in the U.S.'s best interest, but I don't think that going to war with Iran, the way we did at least, was a way to do that. And the effects of that have been detrimental to the U.S. probably far into the future.
Is the world doomed? Did we just doom the world with this Iran business?
I have definitely the opposing view to that. Definitely. Right. One, Iran said, weren't they shouting death to America and now they have nukes? Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. We shouldn't intervene. No, just let them have it, you know. And if they're going to kill 30 to 40,000 of their own people for protesting, what the hell are they going to do to their enemies when they have nukes? No chance. Get in there, make sure they don't have nukes.
So
that's what I say.
What did you call Jordan Peterson? What's his actual name?
Keelan.
So I think Keelan is engaging in something which a lot of people do, which is setting the bar at regime change. And let's face it, I mean, I personally don't think that we can actually make regime change happen without a land invasion. And I think a land invasion would be a really stupid thing to try. Okay.
Yeah, that would not be
graveyard of empires. The desert is the graveyard of empires, and the American empire does not need to die in a desert again.
Right. So regime change is, while in the U.S. interest, is not a feasible goal. So why do people still bring it up as a goal? I don't think it is a goal. I don't think it was a goal of the invasion. I think people, including me, would have been very happy if it actually had happened, but it hasn't. But that is completely different from actually taking a look at what has resulted from the actions that we took. And I think when you see that everyone, like I listen to the various doomsayers who are like, yeah, Iran is winning this war. And it's like, you're not being very realistic about the situation. Iran has been very damaged by this war in ways that I think ultimately, hopefully, will lead to real change. They might not, but damaging Iran is in the U.S. interest, because Iran, like, they spend money they don't have to try to harm us. I remember as a child yelling death to America in school, and most Americans had no idea I was doing that, didn't care. But that's what I had to do in first grade, because that's what Iranians do. And Americans just don't comprehend that.
You're not Iranian, you're Jewish.
He is Iranian.
I was born in Tehran. My family has been living in Iran for over 1,000 years.
So you're not ethnically Jewish. You are religiously Jewish.
Oh, okay. Before we get way off topic, my name was mentioned.
Marilyn Tisk.
I need to know, what Semite are you?
Marilyn, did the nose not give it away? He doesn't have the Jewish nose.
I definitely don't disagree with you, Jacob.
Uncle Jacob is very
I said
Jewish.
it in the wrong way.
He argues like a Jew.
But I feel like, and these are just my feelings, that the only way this would have been a W for the U.S. would have been with regime change, either through like maybe the same government, but more like way more moderate people than before, or like actually a total regime change. Because otherwise, I think we've lost the petrodollar with this war.
It does surprise me that the people, even in their masses, aren't able to rise up more. I mean,
well, they tried. I mean, once you massacre people,
30 to 40,000.
I don't think the numbers are actually 50,000. I think it's probably closer to 12 to 15,000. But like every family, like when I talk to my family who have friends back in Iran, like everyone knows somebody who lost somebody.
Yeah, but Jacob
they
also
were using vehicle-mounted machine guns on protesters.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They're well too aggressive. You can't let them have nukes, for fuck's sake. Also, but isn't there like two Irans? Isn't there the regime Muslim Iran, and then there's the Iran who I can't remember the name of the original religion of Iran.
Oh, Zoroastrian. Okay, no, this is an internet thing. Goldie Gamari, and there are on the internet there are people who are like, yeah, we're not actually Muslim or Zoroastrian. Vast majority of Iranians, look, 90%, at least 80%. At least 80% of Iranians hate the Islamic Republic. But
this is why they need a second amendment.
But if there were a second amendment in Iran, but having pet dogs is illegal in Iran.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a Muslim country.
Dogs are unclean.
Haram.
Dogs are haram. So of course you can't have even a pet dog.
I think it's worth noting that like Iranians' version of Islam is way more extreme than other versions of Islam.
It's especially evil
it's
version.
even extreme when you consider it in terms of Shia Islam, because look, most of Iraq is Shia, right? And the actual leaders of Shia Islam live in Iraq. The Khamenei was not an actual Ayatollah, and his son certainly isn't an Ayatollah, and they still made him the supreme leader, which should tell you this is not an actual theocracy.
Is he gay, or was that just mad propaganda?
I don't know.
Gay. Bro was actually gay. The son of Khomeini was gay. That's true.
If you read like his document on Islamic jurisprudence, it's actually crazy, and they justify it all as being anti-imperialist against the U.S.
Did they actually vote? John God wants to know if the Iranian parliament actually voted to accelerate nuclear capacity. Did they do that?
Yeah, they do that on a regular basis. That's like a normal Tuesday.
Yeah. I actually have a question about the Iranian situation, about basically, do you think that the reason for so much of the conflict is basically because you mentioned the other day to me that it's based on ethnic groups, not religious groups. Then why is it that all the political analysts I see say it's about Shia versus Sunni?
Because being Shia or Sunni generally is more about an ethnic group than it is about your ideology.
It's whatever flavor of it's whatever kind of stupid tribal politics you want to imagine in order to dehumanize somebody else so that you could kill them without pangs of conscience. This is stupid tribal politics holy war version.
But honestly, I have to say,
we are good. Therefore, it's our holy duty to kill them all. Zero pangs of conscience.
This
is why religion is stupid.
Evil.
I really don't think this is about religion as much as it is about 18th century and 19th century European ideologies making their way through the Middle East. Yeah. That's what I think. Like, Marxism has more to do with why Iran is how Iran is than I think traditional Shia does.
Well said.
Jacob, do you know how Muslims are like the Irish weather?
How are Muslims like the Irish weather?
Sometimes sunny, but mostly Shiite.
That's actually kind of.
I'll allow it. I'll allow that one. Okay, that's good food talk.
So I have a legitimate question for you. So I am interested in your perspective on this. Truly, not being bad faith anyone. Why do you think that Marxism had a larger effect on Iran than other things?
I mean, if you look at the actual what was going on during the revolution and what propelled Khomeini's Velayat Faqih, his concept of theocracy, it was more rooted in the material dialectic and Marxism, and it was more supported by the Marxist students. I mean, afterwards he actually like massacred them, but the revolution in 79 was fueled by and widely supported by Marxists and communists, and like, so the Green-Red Alliance is real. And if you look into it historically, you look at the intellectual influences, you look at the various parties, including Mojahedin Khalq and the Tudeh party, right, and the Baathists, etc. Like the Middle East, the current Middle East wars were far, I believe, I certainly believe, and I think the argument is certainly arguable, I'm not coming out of nowhere, that Marxism had a much bigger influence in creating the Palestinian national movement, the Ba'ath Party, the Islamic Revolution in Iran, generally most of what we consider the Muslim Brotherhood, right? Most of what we consider to be the problematic views that led to terrorism in the Middle East, a lot of it can be directly like you can see the influence of the major thinkers. They are quoting Marx, they are talking about the revolution, they're talking about the bourgeoisie, they're talking about all the regular, Marxist tropes and the material dialectic, etc., etc.
Yeah, so I have a question on top of this real quick, just really quick. How many people in the Middle East have died, in your opinion, through direct result of Marxism and communism? If you had to estimate it.
200 million?
Well, I mean, are you including the Iran-Iraq war? If you are, there's 2 million right there.
Oh, okay, cool. That's thank you. That's perfect. I mean, well, throughout like the last, I guess, 50, 60 years, it would be in the tens of millions, right?
And then if you count the Holodomor, that's another couple million. And if you count, Southeast Asia, that's another couple more million. If you count China, that's another couple more million. The Soviet Gulag,
when you look at the Ba'ath
Party, hold on.
This
was a question for Jacob.
When you look at the Ba'ath Party and its influences in Iraq, like I think you can clearly call Saddam and everything he did there influenced by Marxism.
Sorry, guys. Did Keelan get to finish what he was saying?
Thank you, Buto. Yeah. I don't think he did.
Keelan?
He asked Jacob a question, and Jacob answered it.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious. So,
I was just going to say, Jacob, I appreciate your words. I'm going to start reading through the things I've been reading through with that perspective to see if I can find the traces of it.
Yeah. And I was curious, Jacob, have you ever heard of the book, The Culture of Critique by Kevin MacDonald?
I've heard of it. I haven't read it.
I've read excerpts, but I've heard the problem is he says that Marxism was predominantly a Jewish movement, but it seems like you're implying it's more of an Arab movement, basically.
Marxism, like, first of all, I find the idea that we call it Marxism when Engel did all of the work and Marx was just a freeloader kind of funny. But
say your Reds, Marx.
What we talk about Marxism, like, the greatest proponents of Marxism were Lenin, Mao, right? To say and to call Karl Marx Jewish, the guy, both his parents converted to Christianity. He went to a Christian school. At that Christian school, everybody called him the Jew, which is why he hated religion, because he hated the Jews and his family who rejected him and his family. Right, because they were Christians, and he hated the Christians because they all called him the Jew, and so, like, to say Karl Marx started a Jewish movement, like, oh God,
He was just gaslighting you.
You can, say it was-
anti-Semitic, gaslighting, so anti-Semitic.
You can say Jews were disproportionately involved. They were, but they were nowhere close to being a majority of the people who propelled Marxism or the intellectuals.
Yeah, but McDonald's argument is not that Jews are.
Okay, like don't worry about it.
Aren't you a Noahide, Kurt?
Yeah, but I'm saying McDonald's argument is not that Jews were the majority of Marxists. He argued that Marxism, Freudian psychoanalysis, and Boasian anthropology were basically ways to subvert Western culture because they were seen as historically anti-Semitic. Now, I don't agree with this thesis, but I was just curious how you would contend with that argument that that's what assimilated Jews turned to.
Marxism is like a champion of Westernism.
I don't even understand what you're saying.
Good joke, Keelan. Good joke.
Is Marxism
It's just the truth. He didn't care about imperialism or colonialism. He was a champion of Western ideals.
If it's not Jewish?
So he argues that basically because non-Jewish societies were historically anti-Semitic, Jewish intellectuals wanted to deconstruct them.
Oh, okay. It's just stupid tribal politics. That's all. Okay, so Jewish people thought they were under attack by everybody else and their brother. That
that's what he said.
If you're trying to understand why so many Jews were attracted to Marxism, you can make that argument. But that is not an argument for why Marxism was popular or succeeded. It's why it succeeded among Jews.
Okay, yeah.
And to be fair, I don't think Kirk's expressing his opinion. He's asking about someone else's opinion.
Jews make Marxism to dismantle the systems. They're always trying to dismantle everybody's system.
Wait, hold on. Let's clarify this real quick. Do Dot Warner and Marilyn, do y'all think it's every single Jewish person?
Every single Jewish person, yes. Every single Jewish.
You think it's every single one?
What do you mean, do I think it's every single Jewish person? What's your question?
Well, piggybacking off of what Marilyn said, she said it's always the Jewish people that do X and Y, and it always seems to be bad.
No, that is stupid tribal politics, casting the Jew as what's wrong with the whole world, and that's not what I believe as a Presbyterian.
Okay, I apologize, Dot Warner. I was sorry. I apologize.
I am East Asian and very racist, but I do not believe that the Jews are to be blamed for the whole
mute
world.
yourself. You're echoing.
Someone's echoing.
It goes. Marilyn, Jesus was Jewish.
But we don't want to hear it.
Shut up, Avery.
Jesus was very Jewish. Jesus was very Jewish. All 12 apostles were Jewish, and Paul was the most Jewish of the Jews.
Jesus. So
he was the Jewiest Jew that ever did Jew.
Jesus wasn't trying to disestablish or whatever he said.
One of the 12 apostles betrayed Christ and killed himself. Okay,
that was also a Jew.
Yeah, and it was a Jew that did that. If you think about it, okay.
What does that mean, Confluence? What does that mean?
I'm just saying. I'm just quoting stats. Okay, I'm just asking questions, you guys. I'm asking questions.
Do you know how many people called themselves Jesus' apostles back in the day? There were at least 120 of them. So one out of 120 was bad. Oh no! What a disaster!
Yeah, that's what you're saying. 1 in 12 will betray you.
Yeah,
right?
1 in 120 might be Judas. Oh no! How do we find that Judas out of 120
there's
people?
No Judas Christians.
All Jews believe that they'll get 2,800 boys as slaves once they die. That you guys are better than the rest of the world. You're contrary.
Who cares? Who cares?
This is like
Who cares?
the lowest IQ
Hold on.
discussion that has ever been had on this channel.
Marilyn, we as Americans think
saying
we're the
a lot.
best country
That's
in
saying
the
a
world.
lot.
Does that make us evil?
I remember
America, fuck yeah! Here to say the motherfucking heck yeah!
It's true.
Look. I can kind of see like there maybe being like a shadow government or like made up of a bunch of people, and some of them just so happen to be Jewish. You know, I can understand that, but it's like it's super rich people that have enough money to not be known by people are the fucking problem.
And some of them happen to be Jews because Jews are really fucking good at making a lot of money.
Like, yeah. but Marilyn, like this whole idea that the Jewish person is just the fucking problem with the entire world is kind of stupid. I mean, I've been very vocal that I hate the government of Israel. I've been very vocal with this, but it's not every single fucking Jewish person. That's retarded to say.
Madeline, I love you, but I agree with that. I really agree with that. How can it be every single Jewish person? Nobody. You're putting everybody in the same basket.
No one is that organized. No one in the fucking world is that organized.
It isn't even the entire Jewish government, Israel government. It isn't even all of them. The entire government isn't.
Yeah, it's not. It's mainly
Right, so there's an argument that it's the Zionists, but if you look at the interpretation of the word Zionist, it means that they believe that Jewish people should have a homeland. I must be a Zionist too, because I believe everybody should have a homeland.
They have a 9-foot, 10-foot wall. Everybody over there is IDF, and they want to blame Iran for Gaza. Shut the fuck up! You're liars. You're all. If you ever been,
I think they got it right. I really do. It was funded. This Iran.
Well, look. Hamas did that shit to themselves, and Israel took the opportunity to do some fucked up shit.
I saw a video. Which, like, it's so funny to me. There was a wedding in the West Bank, right? And they got into a brawl because half of the family thought that Hamas did October 7th and it was a good thing, and the other half of the family thought that it was Israel that did October 7th. And so the wedding turned into a brawl. And it's hilarious to me that people say, oh, it was Israel that did October 7th, and Hamas people are like, what are you talking about? Like, we did it.
You do realize only reason Hamas exists is because Israel allowed them to exist in the past and funded all of
Hamas is controlled opposition, just like Satan. Yes,
the United States funded terrorist organizations before too.
Yeah,
so,
so
I mean, the argument that they intentionally left their border open, and that, like, everyone on this channel knows my opinion on that crap. But regardless, I don't think Israel schemed and made it happen. I think they let it happen.
Wasn't ISIS either?
I hate you, Avery. I hate you so much, but that's fine.
I hate you too.
I love you, Avery.
Don't worry about ISIS. The Payfays have already bombed ISIS from outer space.
No, but my point is they were created by America, or they were weaponized by America, right? Isn't that the theory?
Hamas?
No, ISIS.
Well, that's okay. The Jews run America too, according to people like Maryland. Jews run everything. Jews run everything except Maryland. Jews didn't actually secretly develop Jew race.
Hold on, I run Maryland's life personally.
Oh no, you didn't.
Maryland is the person to be most likely run by the Jews is Maryland. Okay, to be clear.
Maryland is a Jewish psyop. I know because I run her life.
Yeah, you're her handler.
Maryland, do you have something to say to your handler right now, or what's good?
Because he's a Jew, thinks he's better than me, thinks I'm an animal.
No, he doesn't.
See? Uncle Jacob.
Maryland, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's dial this down a little bit. Okay, I can see that argument to an extent, right? There probably are some Jewish people that think that they are better than other people, all right?
So
that
what?
Think that they are a superior. No, I know. Hold on. I'm getting to this. Hold on. Let me land the plane. There probably are, but to say it's every single person, and they have to be the most coordinated group of fucking people on the goddamn planet to do what to be the type of people that you're saying them to be.
And
I have news for you. Most people
in the same room.
Most people think they are superior to other people. That's what
I'm an East Asian. East Asian superiority represent.
Yeah, the Jewish people couldn't think that because it's obviously the Irish people are the best people in the world. I mean, who doesn't know?
No. Chinese.
Come on.
Everything claims it's the land.
Green power.
Maryland. Just think about the logistical nightmare it would be to organize millions and tens of millions of people across the fucking world and make sure they're all doing the thing that they're telling you to do, or that you're telling them to do.
Yes, they're psychic. The Jews are psychic. They have secret Jewish psychic.
Saying the quiet part out loud. That's crazy.
Liars, and nobody cares.
And only Maryland noticed the lies. Look at how smart Maryland is.
And look at Jacob doing telepathy right now, reading our minds, downloading Pegasus into our very phones, just peer into his eyes for a second. Oh, shit.
What's Pegasus?
Wait, do you not know what Pegasus? Jacob, you don't know what
Pegasus is?
No.
Are you serious? Jacob, Jacob,
Pegasus, you don't know what it is?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's the Israeli spy tech they put on people's phones.
Pegasus is.
I just thought Jacob would know, but yeah, Pegasus is incredibly
because he's
sophisticated.
Jewish. Are you being anti-Semitic right now, Confluence?
Okay, maybe Jacob's trolling me. Jacob
No,
probably knows what
I
Pegasus
honestly
is.
have never heard of Pegasus. I mean,
Okay, no, it's an Israeli. Okay, I will tweet this as if Jacob is being good faith. Pegasus is an Israeli spy tech thing that they put on a lot of people's phones. It's incredibly sophisticated. You don't even know it's there. You can Google this, Jacob. I'm not being retarded. Yeah, it's a real.
There's
it's
a
very.
Wikipedia article on it and everything.
It's the stuff
Yes,
that
it's
makes
a good thing. It's a good thing. It can be used for bad things. I was making a joke, but it is a good thing.
It's the stuff that makes the Palestinian phone bombs blow up in the Palestinians' own faces before the Palestinians can phone bomb somebody else.
Yeah, the whole Bieber thing in Lebanon. Yeah, that was almost certainly a Pegasus thing. Like Pegasus goes beyond all that shit. Yeah, Pegasus is incredibly good. The U.S. The Israel government has sold Pegasus to multiple nations. I think India, the U.S., Canada, I'm not sure, but a few other nations.
Wait a minute, is it software or is it a chip?
Software.
Yeah, so what are you talking? The pagers are not even in play there.
We know how to hack. Jew knows how to hack a pager too.
I don't know. Yeah, God, I'm outside my tech wheelhouse, so I'm saying nonsense to you. Probably if anyone knows more.
It works on iOS.
Yes,
it works on almost anything.
My understanding, it's a zero-click exploit, which means it's not like you have to. Yeah, it's not like you have to click a link to get it. It's something that it just can use vulnerabilities in the software, and it can get on your phone, mobile device, and stuff, and it can infiltrate your data. It knows what's happening. It can execute commands and stuff.
Marilyn throwing shade that I am not engaging with the facts. You want me to go to full facts and logic mode now?
Okay, but it only works on iOS. No, it
works on almost anything.
It's Android and iOS.
Potato. You can hack a potato with Pegasus. You can run Doom on Pegasus. Pegasus is very powerful.
Pegasus is incredibly. That's why it's been sold for millions of dollars to so many countries. It's like Pegasus is golden. I love. I think Pegasus is mostly good. I don't like that it's maybe used for reasons, but Pegasus I think is good to keep track of terror orgs.
I think it'd be in the billions.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be on a pager though. Period.
No, it is millions in the country because there is public deals where they've sold it to countries.
That is dirt cheap. God damn, Jacob, you're selling that shit for dirt, man.
So just for Marilyn, right? Jacob, what does sorry, give me a second. B'Tselem Elohim mean?
B'Tselem Elohim. It means in the image of God.
All right, and what does it refer to in mainstream
to the
Judaism?
fact that all people are made in the image of God.
So there you go, Marilyn. In mainstream Judaism, we're all equal. We're all in the image of God. All people, not just Jews.
You're not a Jew. You are a slave when it just comes to stuff.
Holy shit, they're holding her underwater.
It's Israel. It's Israel that's keeping
Jacob, let her brain go. Let her brain
Free
go,
Marilyn!
Jacob.
Free Marilyn!
They got her, guys. They got her.
Marilyn is a cool person, but I just don't get her irrational hatred for the Jews.
No. It's okay. She just.
I just don't get it.
For her, the Jews are like feminism to me. I cannot stand I cannot stand what I call women most affected, and then when I get on that pattern, I will never shut up about it.
Is Marilyn Christian?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. She's not. She doesn't sound like any dispensationalist I've ever met.
Let's put it this way. I had a very nice discussion with Marilyn.
She's cool.
Just the
she is
two
cool.
of us. I highly recommend my discussion with Marilyn, I think I allowed Marilyn to actually discuss things and be heard more than most people usually do.
She's come up for air.
You did, Jacob, and that's what I said to preempt this. I thought, Jacob, you were one of the most compassionate people that has talked to Marilyn, and I really, honestly appreciate that. Honestly, 10 toes down. I like that.
Hey, the reason
you
I'm
might
here
say
is
I'm kind of Jesus-like.
yes. Uncle Jacob.
Like perhaps,
Uncle
you know,
Jacob,
if only you would just make
before I
that
can
final
so totally
step and think
nuclear.
that the Yod Hey Vav Hey is actually talking about Christ. If only.
No. Let us Christians pull Jesus out of every hat. We are experts at pulling Jesus out of every single goddamn hat you could ever imagine, including the negative space.
I don't know.
No. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about this. How God isn't like this. And I'm like, no, that's still Jesus.
Wow, Saudi Arabia used Pegasus to spy on Jamal Khashoggi.
What? Who?
Jamal Khashoggi, the guy who got turned into bite-sized pieces by MBS.
Is it true that?
Was it? Wait, Jacob, isn't Jamal Khashoggi? Isn't that the guy that was like cut up by the Saudi government?
Yes. The Saudis used Pegasus. That's what Wikipedia says.
Sure, yeah, but I said, okay, wait, pause. I said my opening. I said, not my opening. God, I'm debate coded. I said at the beginning that they've sold to a lot of places.
Yeah.
But that's a bad use of it. But it can be sold. It can be used badly. But it's still it's a robust software. It's done more harm than.
I was just very surprised that it was used by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Israel probably should control who they sell it to. In fact, I will say I don't like they sell
who they sell it to. It's against.
I know. No, I know they do, but they should. I know, but they sold to the fucking India, and I'm sorry, I don't appreciate that. I don't think that's good. I don't think India makes the Indian government. God. I don't think they make the best choices.
Saudi Arabia,
God,
Qatar,
they don't.
Like all these Arab countries, you're fine with.
Yeah,
but
Qatar.
India,
no, I'd be fine with the Gulf. I'd be fine with the Gulf states. I'm not fine with Saudi Arabia. I'm not fine with India. I'm fine with the Gulf states.
The Israeli government right now. Holy shit! This is history on this channel, guys.
Yeah, wow, the first time I've talked shit about Israel. Wow, incredible, Avery. Thank you for that.
It is incredible.
That note, yeah. Well, tune in more often.
Avery, I figured out what you thought I had said. That you guys gave me that call in the middle of the night when I was in Atlanta.
That was Confluence.
Yeah.
That brought you in.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm always calling Jacob in the middle of the night. That's facts.
I have said this, and people find it surprising. If I really did have allegiance more to the state of Israel than I do to the United States, I would actually want, as an Israeli, I would want Israel to distance itself from the United States, because I think Israel is a United States cat's paw. It's just as an Israeli, I wouldn't want Israeli soldiers dying for U.S. wars. But because I'm an American, I'm fine with that, because I would rather have Israelis die for U.S. wars than Americans die for U.S. wars.
But hold on, Jacob.
Well, no, hold on.
Allies are seriously important.
Stop.
You gotta have allies.
This was directed towards me.
It's very important that Israel are allies to America and vice versa. Very
hold
important.
on. As a Chinese person, may I?
I mean, this was directed towards me, but sure, yeah.
So since you said the word ally, since you said the word allies, now I get to give you my Chinese history lesson. Do not call yourself an ally. Alliances of convenience are the most fragile thing ever. Today's ally could be tomorrow's enemy, depending on where the empire has decided the next.
What about alliances of ideology?
Especially any kind of alliance. You call it an alliance, you are a temporary alliance of convenience, because that's exactly how the Qin.
But it's not temporary, though. It's not temporary, and it's an important alliance. It's going to last. It's been there for a long time.
Jacob, going back to the instance in which you mentioned, I do apologize. I may have misinterpreted what you had told me before.
No, you call it an alliance, it is temporary and convenient.
I'm not talking about that. Y'all are extrapolating on shit that wasn't even the point
that's
of what
not
he was
what
telling
we
me.
were talking about. But I personally think that Israeli soldiers die in U.S. wars, and I'm fine with that because I'm an American.
Rob, way more Americans die. They don't hardly let, if they let any Jews die.
Well, anyway, Jacob, like I said, I do apologize.
Maryland is conflating Israelis and Jews when there are Christians in Israel, Palestinian Christians, very pissed, by the way, that the Israeli government, is being a jerk to them, and they would literally rather have Hamas for some reason. Even
That's
though Hamas
not
would
true,
almost
Mary. That really is not true. Vast
That really
majority
is
of
not true.
Christians
But
in
the
Israel.
Palestinian,
Yeah,
they actually
no,
would rather be living in
you've been
Israel,
listening to
but
Tucker
yes.
way too much. Like
Yes,
he brings every single Christian who hates Israel
Yes.
up on, like, that's not a representative sampling of Christians in Israel.
Wait,
Okay.
Jacob, what do you think Mary is saying that's wrong?
So
I'm
there
doing
are
a bit.
definitely Christians especially living in the West Bank, and very few living in Gaza who hate Israel. And there are
Yes.
definitely Christians even living in Israel who hate Zionism / the fact that Israel is a Jewish state. But that's not a representative. That's not a majority of the Christians living in Israel.
Nor is it a surprise.
Christians aren't even considered a religion over there. They don't even classify it as a
That's
religion.
not true.
That's not wrong. That's
just
wrong,
plain
Maryland.
false, Maryland.
Yeah, that is wrong.
No, go look at the Islam.
Yeah, go look it up, Maryland. You're just
Everyone
wrong.
can look it up. That's just not Maryland. If you want to be anti-Semitic, at least be anti-Semitic in like a kind of convincing way. But that's not
make it
correct.
funny.
It's like
Your
it's a
memes are
simple
not
Google
funny or
search to
dead.
being incorrect.
They do consider Christianity a religion over there. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, I know. You don't care what anybody says, Maryland.
Israel considers Christianity a religion. What are you saying, Maryland? Maybe I'm misunderstanding you.
There. Tell me they don't.
Somebody in chat says that Christianity is called a cult, which is not the same as a religion. Apparently.
That's not. No,
The
that's
state
not
of
the case.
Israel, very like it. Just like there's a chief rabbi there. It actually like.
All right, bad guys, I gotta get my
It
Uber
has
Eats.
Catholicism as a state recognized religion. It has Eastern Orthodoxy as a state recognized religion. It has Protestants as a state recognized religion. So like. If maybe somebody told you that Christianity as one thing isn't, because there's various types of Christianity in Israel. Like the Catholics and the Eastern Orthodox aren't considered the same religion by the state of Israel. Maybe that's what you mean?
Or by Christians, right?
Good one.
Yeah, Marlon, I mean, I feel, and I love you to death, and I don't want to criticize you. I just feel sometimes what you say is irrational negativity
Who cares about
towards
being
Jewish
rational
people.
when you're a woman?
Tell me this. In Germany, when World War II started, there was only a half.
You're putting her back underwater.
Maryland, you're like literally drowning. You fucking witch. You fucking witch.
We couldn't hear you, Marlon. Fix your-
Oh no!
Oh, she drowned for real. She actually did drown. Rip Maryland.
Uncle Jacob.
She's dead.
Every whale has to come up for air sometime.
What do you call the Israeli Secret Service? What are they called again?
Mossad?
Yeah, apparently, tell me if this is true, right? That some terrorists were getting pagers made, right? Because the pagers were an old technology. So the Israeli Secret Service took over the factory, put bombs inside the pagers, right?
Yep. True and goaded. True and goaded. 10 goes down. Fucking goaded.
Okay, you know what the most heinous and brilliant part of the pager operation was? they deliberately made the explosive small enough that it wouldn't be lethal. It would only blind and blow up fingers. So now
Jacob, that's retarded. There's videos. The pagers killed a lot of people.
No,
they killed a lot of people.
They only killed children, actually. The only people who
only
actually
the
died
Babylonian
were 2 kids.
babies died.
No, first of all, that's crazy. That's a crazy comeback against me. Oh, it's okay. They don't kill children, but they killed people. You're saying that the pagers in Lebanon didn't kill people?
Killed people. The pagers were deliberately made small enough so that they just incapacitated.
No, that's wrong.
Why is that wrong?
I'll have to
Factually,
fact check
if
this.
I'm factually wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I'm factually correct.
Look it up, Jacob.
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think it's right at all. I think the pagers killed a lot of people.
The walkie-talkie attacks did kill a lot of people.
No, the pagers, they literally took entire hip bones out and stuff.
Well, I mean, if I remember correctly, very few people died from the pager attacks, but many more people were injured.
It was at least several dozens, maybe more. It was at least several dozens. In my memory, I'm not looking it up. Someone can fact check.
Yeah.
I did just fact check it. At least 12 deaths on the first day, including some civilians and children. Roughly 2,800 to 3,000 injuries.
3,000 people were injured.
This is what makes Israel. This is what makes Israel evil. Uncle Jacob. There should have been 0 casualties. Zero.
Deliberately.
That's impossible.
I heard an interview where they said that they deliberately used small amounts of explosives because they wanted to injure people, not to kill them.
But people died, though, right?
Yeah, some people died, but the people who died, from what I can tell, that was two kids died, which obviously that's horrible, right? But generally the point was
that's not a defense.
It's not a defense. It's an observation.
Adults died in a pager attack.
By the way, if anybody likes stats, the following day, a second wave of explosives involving walkie-talkies killed 42 people.
Yeah, the walkie-talkies were good-sized explosives. The pagers were small, and they were fine with that because that's why you had to, in order to see the message, you had to hold it with 2 hands because they wanted to get the person's eyes and fingers, but leave them alive.
Such fucking cope. In my opinion. I mean, that's crazy, Jacob. That's crazy.
It worked. It identified the people who were actually high enough ranking in Hamas to get the pagers, and now these people are still alive and disabled, causing Hamas to spend
but
money
Jacob, that's fine. But then 10 toes down that, I guess you're saying
it wasn't. You're still evil because that was 0.0 casualties. They should have been totally harmless. Little
32 people died.
I mean, I'm
32 people.
The 2 kids that died. That's what I feel bad about.
Why do you feel bad about that? They were high enough up in Hamas to have the pagers. Why would you feel bad about that?
Oh, come on.
They were probably throwing stones and stuff, Jacob, if you think about it.
The kids high up Hamas people are still kids. Kids are kids.
I mean, also, I hate to say it like this, in war, casualties happen.
Yeah, casualties happen. I'm not saying
die are
they
civilians.
shouldn't have done it because 2 kids died, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
They wanted the war. Israel wanted it.
But no.
Look at the 3rd paragraph, Confluence.
The irony is that you can't expect us to just hire a bunch of snipers and be sniping people with perfection. It's just not reality.
Yeah, the walkie-talkies were during the funerals. Yeah.
But it also said it killed members of Hezbollah and civilians. So
yeah, obviously it was. Yeah. Look, I am like this is what I'm maybe friends with Jacob because just 10 toes down it. Yeah, the pagers were targeted against Hezbollah, and maybe there's collateral damage. But Jacob's saying it's fine because they made the explosives small enough to only kill kids. Is a fucking crazy thing to say.
I didn't say it's
No,
fine.
he didn't say it was fine. He just observed
I never
that.
said it was fine.
observation.
I actually said it's a brilliant strategy to only hurt people rather than kill them. Israel has been doing this a lot. Trying to
But it killed 32 people, though.
Yeah. What?
No.
Why not 10 toes down now? Why not say the 32 people, yeah, they were insurgents, fuck them? Why say, oh, they were trying to minimize harm?
Because they weren't
Hold on. I feel no compulsion to defend
Kill
Israel. Like, I'm just explaining how I understand the situation. Like, I don't care.
Sure,
like,
sure.
Israel, the Israeli government is not something I have particular affection for.
They're taking over the Middle East, all of it. Egypt next. I don't know why you can't see that they're starting all of this shit.
Marlon, the Egyptians are pretty friendly with Israel, aren't they?
Get out of here. No one is friendly with Israel. They get kicked out of everywhere they go. They're liars.
Then
Marlon, that ain't right, Marlon. You gotta do some contemplation on what you just said.
No, you need to do some contemplation. You're so glazed over by the years of indoctrination and lies.
Yes, the Jew race, Marilyn. She's she learned from the papers wrong. She treated herself wrong on the papers.
Hold on.
You all serve a death cult.
All right, Marlon, let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Where did you get this information from? Where did you get this information?
You got it from the paper.
No, I want to ask Jacob one question.
Go ahead. No, Keelan is quiet. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm quiet. The talking point that the Jews have been kicked out of every country they've gone to, and like that should give them some sympathy, or it's like a problem with them has been around for over 200 years.
Well,
way over.
Maryland, you can't have it both ways. They're not wanted in every country, but yet they're going to take everything over. I mean, how is that even possible?
They're liars. They play the victim when they're the ones that start the freaking problem. They're liars, you guys. Do you not understand? They're liars. Let's go back to Germany. Germany, right when World War II started, there was only 500,000 Jews in Germany. You're going to tell me that Hitler killed 6 million Jews when there wasn't even 2 million? There was little over 2 million in all of Europe at the time.
This schizo shit. She fell down the pole.
This is real. These are real facts. There wasn't more than 2 million in the whole of Europe. There was only 500,000 in Germany of Jews. And more Christians died. More Christians died at Auschwitz than Jews. You're liars. You're all liars.
That's the most retarded thing I've ever heard, Marilyn.
Because you've all been glazed over so bad.
Don't you understand, Marilyn?
History was written by the crooks. History was written by the evil people that won, just like the Jews that killed Jesus. History was written by the evil people. History was written by the evil people.
Wait. Mustache Man wasn't evil, Marilyn? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying the winners write history, and they're all lying crooks. They believe they're better than everyone else. If you're not Jewish, you will be a slave, period, end of story. The Zions believe it's now. The regular Jews believe it'll be later, but you will be a slave if you're not Jewish. I don't care what you say. That is just facts.
You've got little facts, and you're putting
that is the facts. That is the facts.
Where is your supporting evidence?
Marilyn, chill.
Listen, Marilyn. Just
ask them. Ask them. Just ask them. I don't care.
Okay,
they don't care. They know it's true. And commit genocide.
Hold on. Jacob, do you want to take over the world? Do you want to take over every country?
Tell everybody that 6 million, the number 6 million has always been in your historical or spiritual writing. 6 million. And then when the 6 million get taken up, like y'all have always prophesied this 6 million way before
Hold on a minute.
the third,
Can we
the
all go
30s.
around the horn and have our turn with Marilyn one at a time?
Liars.
Yes, let's do that.
Everything
Let's do
Jake
that.
says is a lie. This
Everyone, clockwise,
snake
snake-wise. Fucking bitches. Clockwise, snake-wise. Okay, everyone give it a shot. And Marilyn, make it quick, 10 seconds or less. Jacob, go ahead. Move around, clockwise, snake-wise.
Hi, Marilyn. How are you?
Hi, I'm well.
No
How are you?
crosstalk, Marilyn. It's a say your point, Jacob.
That was my point.
Okay, Futoy.
2 points. One point is Jewish people have a term for all people in the world, which means that says we're all in the image of God, right? They have a term for that, right?
They're liars.
No crosstalk.
Secondly, what are your sources? Please quote your sources for all the stuff you're saying.
Oh my, so all you've got to do is look it up.
No
how many?
Then show me.
Oh my
No crosstalk.
God.
Okay, Kirk.
This is
crazy.
very classic.
So basically, my
moral
point I wanted to make to you,
schizophrenia. Very
Marilyn,
classic.
is that Jewish people do not believe they're superior to anyone else. They, in fact, if anything, in my experience, it's Jewish people that are some of the most humble people in our culture.
From your experience, which means you're not a Jew, which means you have no idea.
No crosstalk.
You're not even a Jew. Shut up.
I agree with Marilyn. Kirk, you're not even a Jew. The Marilyn made a good point there, but no crosstalk. Okay, Keelan.
Hell up.
So while you are correct that there were like 500,000 Jews in Germany in like 1933, the death toll in the Holocaust, toll in the Holocaust came from all of German occupied territory during that time.
There was
And that's why
not
the number,
even
like,
2 million. Oh my God! And
there
all
were
of
9
Europe.
million Jews. There were 9 million Jews in Europe before World War II.
And they killed 6 million of them.
Crosstalk. Marilyn, you get your piece
stupid.
after. Marilyn, I'll give you 2 minutes after. No crosstalk. I'll give you 2
Numbers
minutes.
are retarded,
no crosstalk.
too.
No, he was spitting facts, Marilyn.
No, he wasn't at all. Making up
Marilyn,
numbers.
I'll give you 2 minutes after because everyone's talking against you. I'll give you 2 minutes, but no crosstalk, please. Okay, Brett.
All right, I was going to confirm the exact same thing over here that he said. That's exactly factual about all of Europe. So they were dispersed over all of Europe. And so that's what happened. So 6 million.
There was not
Jews
9 million Jews in Europe
Marilyn,
during
fuck,
the 30s.
please, God, please, no fucking crosstalk. Holy fucking Christ on the
So
bike.
I get
please.
railed.
You get 2 minutes after, please, God. You get 2 minutes. Just everyone have their like 15 seconds.
Remind me later to call Confluence up on his blasphemy. My God, I'm shocked. I'm not even Christian, and I was shocked at that
No
blasphemy.
crosstalk, Futoy. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead. Finish your point, Brett. God
so
damn it.
6 million Jews died. 7 to 8 million others died to defend the whole situation. Period. So when you hear these facts, there was 7 million Christians, more than Jews died. That might be factual, but they didn't die in Auschwitz. So the Auschwitz thing was definitely Jewish. It wasn't everybody else.
There were other people. There were.
Yes, but not
No
7
crosstalk.
million in
No
Auschwitz.
crosstalk. No crosstalk. Oh, okay. Thank you, Brett. What? Dot. Sorry.
Okay, well, my short statement is I used to shitpost on polls, so I recognize all of this as coming out of the poll schizophrenia rabbit hole. That clay, that does that whole shtick. That how all of the how Auschwitz basically how Auschwitz is basically a psyop from the Russian communists that shot all of the poor Jewish people in Auschwitz and pretended that the Nazis gassed them. It's fine. It's very classic. It's very classic.
You're not a doctor, bitch. Next.
Yeah. Okay. No crosstalk, but also land the plane. We're trying to do like 20 seconds, but.
I did not understand a single word that came out of Marilyn's mouth. She sounded a little bit like Hitler rants right there. Sorry.
Hail Hitler! He was a hero. Shut up! You're not a doctor. You're not a doctor.
Marilyn.
Marilyn, you cannot
Fucking
say that.
Christ.
Damn it!
Holy shit. Yeah, thank you, Marilyn. Fuck off, for real. Okay, a big soda. Fucking hell.
See, Hitler. She's the Hitler. Actually, unironically, Hitler did
Fucking
nothing wrong.
nonsense. But big soda, bring us back. Please, God, bring us back, big soda.
Okay. Can I go last?
No, you go right now, big soda. You got to bring us back.
I feel like I gotta end it off. Okay, Marilyn. What I'm gonna say is talk your shit. Fuck everybody else against you. It's the truth. Believe it. Keep going deeper, and that's about it.
No, big soda, don't even. Big soda, no, because I get that's a joke, but Marilyn's not gonna take this as a joke. She's not gonna take this as a joke.
No, stop it! But you don't go deeper into the You don't go deeper into Plato's.
No, fuck it. Keep going deeper.
Touch grass.
Oh, fine. Okay, fine. Big. If that's hey, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, it's fine. Avery, go ahead.
Well, I think it's kind of crazy to think that every Jewish person is a part of some conspiracy to take over the world. I mean, like a lot of people take what was that one Epstein victim who said that the way Ghislaine Maxwell was talking to like her daughter or something, and she said, Jewish people aren't real people. And mind you, that this is one of the Epstein victims that reported on this. I think people kind of take that out of context and think that, it's all of Jewish people that think like that. And it's very almost a certainty not. I get why people get so freaked out about this stuff. I mean, if anything, it's a certain section of people that just so happen to be Jewish. It's not all of them. And I think it's retarded to believe that it's all of them.
Like Jewish people don't even agree with each other. How could
Wait, no crosstalk. No crosstalk. Okay, so now I will. So Marilyn's next, but I will go briefly, and then because I promised Marilyn her 2 minutes. Before I go, I will read a super chat from Alex. We love Alex. We do love. Alex says, "What about the millions of Polish Jews that disappeared at Maryland? Maryland, you will get a chance to respond to that in a second." Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, fuck all of this shit, but Marilyn doesn't seem, and I hope Marilyn responds to this maybe in her 2 minutes. I don't think Marilyn understands the difference between ethnically Jewish and religiously Jewish. I don't think she knows what a Zionist is. There's
bullshit.
A lot. There's no crosstalk. It's my time right now, Mara. It's my time. I don't know if you prove me wrong, then maybe you have 2 minutes. Maybe give me a distinction, because you say all Jews, but then when I've asked you before about, do you mean ethnically Jews? Do you mean like super Orthodox Jews? You have given me nonsense fucking answer after nonsense fucking answer. So I will open it to you, Marilyn. You're gonna go next. You have 2 minutes to maybe explain how I'm fucking wrong. Please, God, please, honestly, I fucking hope you prove me wrong. I hope you give a good explanation of all of this and everything you've been saying, perhaps. And Alex, thank you for the $10. And okay, Marilyn, 2 minutes uninterrupted. No one crosstalk. But Marilyn, please also don't like TOS. Don't say your Heil shit again. Please. Just please.
Oh my God. I don't remember half of what people ask me because I get jumped and then muted. But no, they lie all the time. This has been the problem since the dawn of time, where Jews keep getting kicked out of everywhere and wandering in the desert for 40 years, looking for the milk of land and honey when they suck it from every place they go into. Jesus spoke on this, that they belong to their father. That day. I get 2 minutes.
Wait, Marilyn. Okay, sorry, I had to mute you. Sorry, I don't mean 2 minutes of like an anti-Semitic tirade. I didn't mean that. I meant like respond to what people said. I don't not 2 minutes of like how the Jews are like the devil. Like I don't. We've heard that enough.
It's so much cuter than this entire conversation.
I was answering you, Confluent. The difference between the Jews that I'm talking about.
It's just you. I don't want. But Marilyn, what I want from you is not a 2 minute anti-Semitic tirade against the Jewish people. Again, like answer the people or answer what I said about the ethnic difference. Like, do you acknowledge that the ethnic Jews are different from religious Jews? Don't just talk about how Jews are so sneaky. Like we've heard that a million times.
You have a
We're
$5
fucking
super
fatigued.
chat.
We're Jew fatigued. We don't need to hear that anymore. Please, God, say something
They're
fucking
committing
new.
genocide on animals, kids, and women. What are you talking about?
Oh God.